देखिए, हम जब पैदा हुए थे तो डॉक्टर पहली नजर में बोल दिए थे, आपके घर में सेंटर फॉरवर्ड पैदा हुआ है।
हमारे घर में इनकलाब जिंदाबाद पहले होता है, फिर नाश्ता होता है।
I looked at him practicing because I was like 15 minutes late or something, and I realized I'm not fit. Just looking at him.
And I think we both were so stiff that our hockey sticks were looking more flexible than us.
Yeah.
And I still remember the expression Michael Norms had because he was training us on Skype. And I still remember his expression was like, "These lads want to play hockey."
No, initially he was like,
let's just concentrate on the body language. Let's talk about the hockey later.
So he was like कि भाई इनको वैसे भी नहीं आने वाला हॉकी खेलने, तुम ना बॉडी लैंग्वेज पकड़ लो, हॉकी देखी जाएगी.
That's where we started from.
Yeah, see the thing now that what I believe is we were playing hockey players, right? So we had 6 months to learn hockey, but the thing is that now these people, these athletes, they live with it from so many years, like they've given their lives to it. So there was कितना भी time हम कर ले वो कम ही था. So even when we were on set, we used to keep practicing.
We put in extra hours.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you know that boxing film?
Yeah. Southpaw.
So in Southpaw, I remember I was watching one of his interviews and he said a nice thing. He said, "You had 6 months. How do you train?" So he said, "I trained twice. That became a year."
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We trained twice a day, morning and evening, busted ourselves. And there are a lot of other people, you know, Vinay, Yuvraj. These are all India level players. Yuvraj is like India color. Yeah. He's been Indian captain also.
Yeah.
And then Lobo sir. I mean, if Lobo sir is watching this, whatever hockey that I can say this for him.
Lobo sir is amazing. He got us on track and how.
And his method of training.
Superb. Just when we thought that, you know, we were almost there. At least I don't know about him, but I was almost there that कि भाई नहीं होगा. Let's, you know, क्या करें? Like नहीं हो. I'm not able to get that thing.
I think for Sunny, I want to say that I remember the first 10-15 days, the most difficult thing for him was the eye-hand coordination.
Yeah.
And I've seen Sunny apply himself. Like if you tell him to dance in 106 fever, trust me, he'll still be one of the best dancers in India. You know, and I mean it. You know that, and you know it. It's true. So, तो वही भी नहीं बोल रहे, नहीं झूठ बोल रहे. But for hockey, first 10 days if you see him with hockey, and then you see the level of hockey he's played, and he had to play. He's playing Himmat Singh, who's supposed to be one of the best hockey players in the world. I've seen his journey. I've seen how everyone has changed watching him. Because first 10 days he couldn't hit the ball with the hockey. He started dribbling. You know, he's a fit guy. He started learning the aspects of body language, but when there was a point to hit the ball, he would miss the ball. And from that to the way he's hit the ball is... And I remember the first day when he hit the ball, everybody was, "Oh, Sare! He hit the ball!"
The first time I hit the ball, everybody was like, "Arey, kya baat hai?" At last.
But coming back to me, I wasn't like great either. So.
No, he was super.
Oh. मेरे साथ उल्टा था, I could only hit the ball.
But his fitness was on point. He was so fit when he started.
Two things again, like what Sunny said, fitness-wise. Your hockey is a tough game. When you bend your back and then you play, you get out of bed. We don't have that flexible backs. Look at gym boys. I mean, he also gyms a lot, so I know I have the same problem. We do a lot of like 300 pound deadlifts, so we are like strong. So anything that is erect, we can do well. When so initially I was having that problem. Physically, to learn a new skill is problem. So that was difficult. But I think my character is so complex. It's a very thin line between being arrogant. So I'm arrogant, I'm ignorant, I'm entitled shit. I am so many things. And to kind of showcase that, because that's my character, so I can't shy away, and yet come across as somebody who's endearing or somebody who, a character that should affect people while watching was difficult. To be honest, I was clueless. The whole credit goes to Bhima, and a huge credit goes to Sunny for me because of Himmat. The way he played Himmat helped me become Raghuveer more.
That pressure I never had. to make a mark amongst anybody, because you live with your own reality and your own truth. So and आपको पता होता है आप कितने पानी में. So and they all are so sweet and they were so supportive that not for a moment I felt any kind of pressure that I have to make my mark amongst them. I was playing my thing and they were helping me out and we were having that. When it comes to preparing, see, the first and foremost thing that was the most difficult for me was becoming an athlete actually. Because I was not an athlete ever. I have not played वो तो that घर के नीचे जो बिल्डिंग में नॉर्मल फुटबॉल आप खेलते हो या क्रिकेट खेलते हो, that all is fine. But I've never been an athlete, never participated in any kind of sport, so that more than physically I had to change my mindset to be an athlete, to play an athlete, so that was the most challenging part, and I discovered through the process of learning hockey what it means to be an athlete through all these coaches and the real hockey players that were there in the film as characters. So through that I learned.
Every sport roots have changed. I mean, if you see cricket also, every 5 years, the ball is changing. I mean, they're doing day-night test match now. So the roots have changed hugely. It's like a different game altogether. It's much faster. The turf is come. The conditions are different. But I think for me, just not the sport in 1948. What I felt was the valor people had at that time. India as a nation had at that time, that valor, that unity, for me that was something intriguing to understand, that how passionate people were back in the day, and that is something which I feel in these times is missing. So if we can kind of get inspired, not just by gold or our film, but just just as a nation, if we can just get as passionate as we were back in the day, I think we would be better.
All the credit goes to Reema, Amit, Kunal, Akshay sir, because they helped create that environment for me to kind of जहाँ पे मैं पल बढ़ के बड़ा.
कुछ ये बकवास कर रहा है ये, इसके आपने सबने acting देखी है. He's very talented. This has been by far one of my most again as I said difficult because of the level of work that was expected from us. But in terms of happiness, I think I've like Kunal, Vinit, Sunny, me, Reema, and some other people, on our side, really I've come across some wonderful people that I will be carrying forward. And I've had the privilege to spend time with them, to know them. We are very happy with life. I hope you are happy with life. And,
I just want to say thank you so much for all the love that you're giving all of us and the film. It really means a lot. It's a great feeling to be appreciated. And for those who have not seen the film, well, listen to people who have seen the film. They are loving it. So please go watch the film, and I'm sure you will learn something from it. And I mean, it's a story that people need to know that something like this happens.